Hello YouTube. This is not so much a deck profile as it is a more like a discussion on an archetype. The Zings, the new set. I like them. I don't know how good they're gonna end up being, but I think they have potential. And well, something everyone's probably realized by now. They're all floaters, which makes them really fun, but annoying at the same time for others. So, yeah, to discuss the cards. This one is Pula, Wind of the Zing. It's a level 1, just a floater. It's weak, does nothing pretty much, just sits there on board. But some people say don't run many of it. I'd say run 2 or 3 because having access to the level 1s gives you access to formula easier, and having a formula is just nice. And oh yeah, also when they use as a synchro material, your synchro monster gets immunity to spell cards. I don't have all the Yang Zings, but I do have multiple copies of most of them. We got Bixie here, level 2, that huge 2000 defense. It's nice because it also floats too. You just go off Paulo into this in the defense, and they're like, well, it's 2000 minutes, so I can't get over it. And I say run 3 of this because trap immunity is definitely worth it. And this one, Beyond the Earth of the Yang Zing. 1600 attacker, gives battle immunity, and it's a 3. I can get Balmung out easy, immune to battle destruction, so they have to destroy it by a card effect, so we'll get its effect. Or I can use this in the bigger things like Goyle Guardian, where he won't die from battle, and I'll just keep killing small stuff and taking it. So I'd say run at least 2. But I got 3 in here for now. Now Sawani. This is the one I can't get any other copies of right now, but I'm working on it. It's the biggest beater of the main deck right now. We get Jowdy, or Teodi, I think, that's going to have 2000 attack in the next set. Or Jiao2, something like that. And yeah, this one gives 500 attack and defense boost to synchro monsters using it as a material. So it's really good. I would play 3 of it when I get it. Now, as for Chiwen, the light actual tuner, I don't have any of it, but I definitely say play 3 because it's like mandatory. But other than that, I got Tex I'd like to discuss. For instance, Level Eater. It's, good for synchro decks. Special summon it on board by taking levels off bigger stuff. Makes the game easier, makes your synchro summoning plays better. And yeah. So the new Archfiend Eater thing. This is really good. If you can get this in your grave early game, your opponent's not gonna know what hit them. Its ability to pop a monster you control and special summon itself during your opponent's end phase gives you the ability to start your synchro plays for your next turn without them being able to disrupt. Under spells. Burial from a different dimension. Some people say use Iron Wall to mitigate Chiwen's banishing, but I think this works just as well. And also doesn't restrict your banishing if you decide to attack the Dragon Rollers. And yeah. Desynchro. This card is fun with Boxia. The synchro monster, because you go into it and bounce a bunch of stuff. Desynchro, go into it again, bounce the rest of their stuff, and just swing. Or you can make bigger synchros the second time around. I'd say it's at least a 1 of. I'm going to try it too. Soul Charge. This card has so much use in this deck. You just go through floater after floater after floater, and yeah. You know how it works. Yang Zing Creation. This is something to be played at 3 because it is a staple for this deck because it special summons more monsters that when one dies. And the 1% effect applies per copy, not for the card. So it's like, oh, one dies, I get 2 more. or 3 more, or potentially 4 more. Skill drain in here. All their monsters, they don't really have effects on field, so they're useful for negating, and it doesn't hurt you. Plus, you can make your monsters trap immune, so any monsters, synchro monsters you bring out, you'll still be able to use their effects, but your opponent won't be able to do shit. Breakthrough skill, just a staple trap card. Hits the hands, it's whatever. Your staple bottomless, your solemn, your torrential. Skill prisoners. I've realized this card actually really nice right now because of stuff that bounces and removal cards. Specifically monster that remove. Like Michael too. This just stops them. Now the way I like to play the deck is where it gets stuff in the graveyard real easy, and I think playing Raigeki Breaks or Phoenix Wind Blasts are the way to go. Probably going to go with the Wind Blast because, well, Winda exists and that's a pain in the ass, and this deck can't really deal with it. And lastly, for my traps, Starlight Road. It's not one of the formats where people will be nuking the board, but it comes in handy. Special summoning Stardust for free is nice, especially when you can just use it for rank 8 play, since Felgrand's getting a reprint. Now onto the synchro monsters. You got Balmung, just a 4 that you just throw on board. Make it with a Chi-Wen and a not Boxia, but Beyond, and he's just a 2100 ass that can't be killed except by card effects. And when you do, you special summon another monster out. Arm. It's an OTK starter. Hyper Librarian. Everyone knows Hyper Librarian. The draw power. Powered and Cytron. This will be replaced with Orient Dragon when I get it. But yeah. Ancient Fairy Dragon. I need a Black Rose. Stardust Dragon. Crimson Blader because it's good this format. Stops Shadow fusions and everything. Scrap Dragon, it's good. It's especially in this deck. You pop one, special one, and pop your opponent's monster for free. Now, Scrap Dragon. Red Dragon Archfiend here. This card is amazing in this deck. Just because, one, when the new support comes out, you either make Red Nova Dragon really easy, or B, you can use it to just wipe your opponent's board and wipe some of your own at the end phase if you want, and special more. Then synchro on their turn with them. Next, we got Stardust Spark, the protection of all protection. Card's extremely good in any deck. In this deck's even better because you can make it spell and trap immune and 3000. And yeah, Boxia. This is the boss monster we have for the Yang Zings right now. Yeah, I like the ulti one. Don't hate. But when you make this, he bounces up to, well, as of the current moment, as up to 4 monsters back to the deck, or 4 cards in your opponent's control back to the deck. And he can pop one Yang Zing monster, the special one from the graveyard, or pop a card, I believe. Let me read it. Yeah, target one card you control, pop it, and then special summon a Yang Zing from the graveyard. We're a level 4 lower monster from the graveyard, not even a Yang Zing. Makes it so good. And Stardust. Eventually I'm going to throw Formula in here when I get it, and make this a Quasar variant probably, but yeah. And then tokens. Okay, well, comment what you think, and give any suggestions. I know the deck's like okay right now, and sorry about the quality of this film. I'm kind of doing this by myself, and I'm sick. So yeah, thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.